Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce GTX 1050 Ti in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This one is the Asus ROG Strix version of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers, and I am manually overclocking it a little bit. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z. It has 4GB of GDDR5, and it released back in 2016, so it's 7 years old. And over on the left, preparing it with the Ryzen 7 5700G and 32GB of RAM in dual channel DDR4 3200 MHz. This is a mini PC, that's why it says SODIMM right there, and let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, let's go over the settings first. I'm starting at 1080p, and we're also going to test this one at 900p and 720p resolutions, with and without FSR 2. Right now it's disabled, as you can see right here. We're using VRS enabled, low textures, and the minimum settings preset on everything else, alright? So it's not completely minimum settings, but it's very close. Over on the view tab, we're using 115 FOV, and no motion blurs and depth of field and film grains and so on. Let's get into it now, finally. Alright, this is halfway through already. Why can't I join a server that just started? I don't get it. Okay, let's start counting our FPS right now. These 50-ish FPS are not feeling fantastic for Call of Duty, you know, guys? Oh boy, okay, I can still do some things here, damn it. But I can definitely feel the slowdowns. Ideally, you want 60 plus all of the time in a game like this, of course. Hello there. Okay, there we go. We got him. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. There it is, another one down. A little stutter there, maybe, or maybe it was just me moving my mouse a little bit weirdly. I can't really know for sure. All right, let's do this. Things look a little bit rough, you know. Like, it's actually pretty soft looking at native resolution, this game. When you enable FSR, it will actually add a little bit of sharpness, and it looks better in some ways compared to native resolution, which is very weird, you know. Now, to get around this soft look, you can always utilize Nvidia NIS right here at native. This just runs the game at native resolution and applies some sharpening on top, and it looks quite a bit better in my opinion, as you can see. I mean, you're watching it on a YouTube video, of course, and the compression is a thing, and it will probably wreck the image anyways, but it is so much sharper with 30% sharpness here using NIS and 1080p resolution that if you really are into native resolution gaming with a 1050 Ti still in 2023 and you don't care about the 60 FPS, well, this is definitely the way to play this game, because this looks basically like I would expect native resolution to look like. Okay, you know what? Since we're playing around with NIS, why not try to utilize it on ultra quality, for example? This lowers the resolution by a little bit and applies the sharpening. Yeah. But it's no DLSS or FSR, okay? So it looks pretty rough, actually. I don't like it, but we are getting those 60 FPS, guys. So that is great to see. Come on, no! Alrighty, anyways, the game's over. We actually won that. Interesting. And let's move on to the next map. Hopefully it's gonna be more of a worst-case scenario. Alright, let's start counting our FPS. This quarry map looks a lot better than the previous one, that's for sure. It's very vibrant and bright as well. Where is this guy? Of course, it's camping. Classic Call of Duty, right? Alright, let's continue here. It seems to be a little bit more intensive than the previous map as well, because it's dropping into the 50s already. Look at this, low 50s at times. Yeah, not really that great of an experience, even with NIS. But hey, it is playable, you know, it doesn't really stutter or anything, and the VRAM usage is not completely maxed out, so that's okay. Oh boy, that was terrible. It dropped into the 40s. Jesus. Not the reason why I died, of course, but still. Okay, maybe we should move on to FSR on quality, right? Because that, again, looks very, very good in this game. It's actually a little bit better sometimes than DLSS even, because DLSS in this game doesn't have any sharpening slide. Well, now it has. Yes, in the beta it didn't have a sharpness slider, so it looked very soft. Alright, so here we go. FSR 2.1 on quality. Even on performance, this looks great in this game. Well, not great, but acceptable. Oh no, the 1050 Ti is still struggling quite a bit, even on quality. FSR, my friends, look at this, dropping into the 40s whenever I shoot. Actually, yeah, shooting things while aiming down sights drops your FPS like crazy, right? Look at that! 49 frames per second! Holy crap! That is bad! No! I mean, it's not really bad for a 1050 Ti, given what this card is. It's an entry-level or / low mid-range card from 2016, and the next tier up, the GTX 1060, was a lot faster than the GTX 1050 Ti. So it's expected to see this kind of performance, I guess, in a 2023 title. It's actually better than most of 2023 titles, performance-wise, but it's just not great, once again, for Call of Duty in particular, because it's a first-person, fast-paced shooter. So this is not gonna happen. It's very similar in performance to, like, Ultra Quality NIS, I guess. Let's try it with performance, because as I told you, the implementation in this game is actually quite decent. I mean, you can definitely see a lot more pixelation here using performance FSR, but you can still spot enemies very well, and it doesn't really look terrible on a native 1080p monitor. So I think this is still viable for the GTX 1050 Ti. Damn you! It's only gonna get harder and harder, my friends, as we progress into this video, so expect a ton of deaths coming from me. But I'm gonna do my best, okay? Come on, come on, come on. Do not hide from me! Do not! Let's play Rust, guys! Oh, come on, this is free-for-all. Let's go, let's get... I'm so slow, my friends. I am really slow. Alright. Oh! Come on, there we go, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. We good, right? We good. Yeah, getting 70 FPS right here. That's not bad. This is not like the least intensive map, because everybody is running around in a very crammed-in space. So, it's pretty good for a benchmark from what I've seen with other cards. But again, expect lower performance in some other maps. And you know what? This isn't really terrible. The 1050 Ti is only terrible whenever you compare it to stuff like the RX 570 and RX 580, for example. I have seen a ton of people choosing the GTX 1050 Ti over the RX 580 over the years, my friends, just because this is an Nvidia card and they're similarly priced, so they must be very similar, right? Or this must be better. No! The RX 580, I tested it in the beta, not in the full game, but performance didn't really change that much. The 580 got like double of what we're seeing here. Maybe even better than double, because at native resolution it didn't even drop from 60 FPS. It was quite a good experience, and it was capable of delivering high refresh rate experiences with quality FSR, and this was getting like 50. So much faster, the RX 580. It's a little bit of a shame that AMD are ending driver support for RX 500 and 400 series and Vega as well. Damn it. We're doing great, actually, you know? Not terrible. Come on, nice. Yeah, second place. That's pretty cool. 15 kills. All right. Well, third place? Are you serious? It was in the last second. I saw the scoreboard just now and I was second place. Damn it. Alright, let's move on to the 900p resolution. There are a few people who have 900p monitors. I am gonna go ahead and select NIS right away on native and 30% sharpness, just because, again, it gets the same FPS as native resolution, but it looks a lot sharper. Okay, it's the query again. Let's start counting our FPS. Already dropping into the 50s. Yeah. Stop. Leave me alone. Hi guys, how's it going? They're in that direction. Yes, let's go. No. You keep going. I'll be behind you. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna hold this position right here. Try to get them bastards. Yes, there's one right there, or quite a few of them right there actually. I even missed the freaking grenade, dude. All right. I got it. I got this, right? Yes. Come on. Oh my god, it's very hard to control once again with 70 FPS. We did so well previously because we actually got pretty good FPS in the Rust map, but over here things become way more difficult, okay? Not that I can't do things still, alright? We're still playing the game and I just got a triple kill or whatever it was. But it's way harder once again, guys. At least it doesn't stutter though, so that's the thing. Like, I can play the game still. It's just not that enjoyable like this. Let's go ahead and use some FSR next. Gonna set it to quality first. Here we go. All right, this is quite a lot better. Okay, it looks softer once again because we were using NIS native. It wouldn't really look softer if we were using native resolution previously, but yeah, without any sharpening, of course. God damn it. Why do you camp everywhere, people? Jesus Christ, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I actually do enjoy this game, though. Even with all of the campers and stuff. Just because of the nostalgia factor, right? I played the heck out of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer in 2009 when it came out. And if it was little kid El Crispo, for example, playing this game with GTX 1050 Ti, and if I didn't really know much about FPS and stuff, I would say it's a completely playable and fine experience. Obviously, once again, you can't really go pro like this, or you can't stand a chance versus very, very competitive people and sweaty ones, but it is okay. It's 71 FPS average once again. All right, the game is more than halfway through already, so I am gonna go ahead and change the FSR quality to... I'm gonna do performance. If it doesn't drop from 60 FPS on performance, you know that balanced can also work pretty well. I guess it's not really dropping that much. Although it's looking quite a lot worse than it did at 1080p, of course. Especially because I am using a big monitor right here. If you use a 900p monitor instead, which is common, it's very cheap in the used market probably. You can find it for like 20 bucks. It's gonna look pretty alright. Not with performance FSR, but it's gonna look pretty alright at like native resolution in a ton of titles. And it's probably more adequate of a resolution to pair with GTX 1050 Ti these days. Damn it! Come on, come on, come on! See the FPS boost? Anyways, it is indeed a stable experience above 60 FPS using performance FSR, guys. Even if I shoot, it's not really dropping too much. 69 right there, perfect. So I'm gonna try it with balanced FSR next, okay? Because that does look a little bit better than performance for sure. And I mean, if it doesn't drop from 60 FPS, it's a really, really good way to play this game. Probably what I'd choose at 900p resolution, honestly. All right, not a problem inside of there, but it dropped into the low 60s as well. No. There's one there. Okay, got him. No! All right, anyways. Seems to be okay here with balanced FSR, but I'm still not convinced. We need to make a little bit more testing. Okay, so this is one of the most, if not the most intensive map in the game. Oh boy, the recoil in this weapon is way bigger than the previous one that I was utilizing. I mean, this map has a lot of vegetation, and in the beta it was actually the most intensive one out of the 3 or 4 maps that they included. But hey, it's not really terrible. That means that you don't really need to use performance FSR to achieve 60. I'm done with this crap. They're all camping with sniper rifles. I don't care. Let's move on to 720p native now. Here we go. 1280 by 720 is the last resolution. NIS native is enabled to get the sharpening. All right, guys, you know what? This is not looking bad. It's 720p resolution. I mean, the trees are very fuzzy, especially when you move, but wow, I am impressed with this 720p quality, guys. This is not terrible at all. And we're getting good FPS as well, above 60. I can spot people well. I'll go as far as saying that this looks better than like 900p with FSR, what we just tested, you know. Even FSR quality at 900p looked worse than this. Just because it's sharp. Yes, it's shimmery and it's a little bit pixelated, but it's sharp. I think I would play like this with a GTX 1050 Ti, guys. Native 720p resolution. Yes, we're in 2023, but I mean, this is good. Guy right there. See that? I spotted him from this far away. I spotted him, guys. At 720. This is playable. I wouldn't even use any upscalers at this point. This looks great, and it plays great. Well, it looks great compared to everything that we've seen here, and compared to the softness of native resolutions. Jesus! There we go. Nice. Good job, good job. As much as I enjoy playing in these maps again, this game is not worth 70 bucks. at most like 30 or something, just for the nostalgia. But anyways, it will probably drop to those values in like 10 years, so great stuff, right? And then they're gonna make a remaster of the remaster. This is not a remaster though, but still, it has the same name as the previous one, which is weird. Alright. What if you require even more FPS? I don't recommend it, but you could still utilize like FSR 2 on quality, okay? And maybe it's gonna get us a high refresh rate experience? No, it's almost the same thing. We gained like 5 to 10 frames per second. So I would definitely not do this once again, guys. At 720p, it stays above 60 FPS at native with NIS on 30% sharpness in native, and that actually looked pretty decent. This is just crap. Yeah, it's really soft and blurry at this point. FSR is really, really rough at 720p. So is DLSS, you know. You should not use upscalers at 720p. If you're playing games at 720p, it's probably time to upgrade, okay? Thanks very much for watching this video. You can play this game on the 1050 Ti. Maybe you shouldn't, but that's up to you, of course. It runs alright, and it looks pretty alright at the same time at 720p native. That's what I'd go for if it was up to me. Catch you in the next one very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And, as always, love you all. Bye-bye.